The moment Alex's voice echoed through the fog, the figure froze. Its hand hovered in the air, fingers twitching, as though it had been interrupted. The silence stretched until the air itself seemed ready to snap. Then, slowly, it lowered its arm and stepped backward into the shadows, dissolving into the trees like smoke. The whispers returned instantly, louder, angrier, a storm of voices gnawing at the edges of my mind. I stumbled back, clutching my head, the world spinning. When I opened my eyes, the forest had changed. The fog was gone. The trees looked different, thicker, their branches tangled like cages overhead. The ground was no longer ash, but damp soil covered with mushrooms that pulsed faintly, as though breathing. I turned in circles, disoriented. Had I moved, or had the forest moved around me? Alex's backpack felt heavier, dragging at my shoulders. I pulled it off, opened it, and froze. Inside were items I didn't recognize. A rusted compass, a cracked photograph of a family I'd never seen, a watch, frozen at midnight, and at the bottom, folded carefully, was a page from the same journal I'd seen in the cabin, but the handwriting was different. The words read, "Time doesn't pass here, it takes you instead." My breath caught in my throat. I stuffed the page back inside and zipped the bag shut. Somewhere in the distance, a bell tolled 1, 2, 3. Slow chimes, deep and hollow, as though from beneath the earth itself. The sound rolled through the forest, rattling my chest, shaking the air. I checked my phone for the time, desperate for an anchor. The screen glitched, numbers flickering nonsense before the display went black. I pressed the button again and again, but it stayed dead. Panic crawled up my spine as I realized the sunlight hadn't shifted. The sky was still locked in the same pale gray it had been hours ago. Or had it been days? The forest didn't just want to trap me, it wanted to strip away time, piece by piece, until I no longer existed as myself. I staggered forward, desperate to find an edge, an exit, anything. Branches snagged my arms, clawing at my skin, leaving thin trails of blood. The whispers followed, now chanting in unison, rhythmic, deliberate. Each syllable sounded older than language itself. I collapsed against a tree, gasping for air, and saw something carved deep into the bark. Not letters, not symbols, a face. My face. Fresh, as though carved only minutes ago. The whispers fell silent again, replaced by a single voice, calm and patient. "You're already here." "To be continued."